All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good nights. It is going to be here in the IVRL Season 1 NA Finals. I am Lampy28, your main caster for this wonderful matchup. I have with me Lambowski as co-caster, and in the background, you cannot see him, but the wonderful Jazzy is our analyst for tonight. Fellas, how is it going tonight?
We're going, and I'm ready, dude. What about you, Jazz?
I'm excited to see some top-level Quidditch this evening.
And I'm sure
Onward.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Quidditch, yeah, Onward.
Yeah, Onward. I'm sorry.
How would you get those two
mixed
mixed
quarter
up?
quill? He had me calling it the quarter quill. Like, what is going on?
This is the final quill.
And here we are. It is the final. It is the final quill, whatever quill it is. It's the final quill in the NA World Championship happening next Saturday afternoon. But we have to get through this matchup. Raptors versus Dark Matter. Who is going to take this one, fellas? Raptors versus Dark Matter. Both two very strong teams that have been playing this game for quite some time and showing some impressive play here in the postseason. Your thoughts?
I think majority consensus is probably expecting a Raptors dub. I mean, obviously, they've been here before. They know what they're doing. They're here again. And this being the first season, I think they kind of had their eyes on the prize this entire time. But I don't think Dark Matter's going to go down lightly. I think we're going to see a pretty tight matchup. I hope we are anyways. I know I tend to jinx a lot of teams when I say stuff like that.
The caster jinx, huh?
Yeah, I really expect a good matchup, but I think majority is looking at a Raptors dub. I just don't know exactly how, if it's going to be a strong one or if it's going to be a tight one. I don't know.
Jazzy, thoughts?
I think solely based on experience in finals, Raptors is going to have the edge going into tonight. They've been here. They've done this. I'm willing to bet they're a bit more calm. Not that Dark Matter doesn't have. They generally keep pretty cool heads in stressful situations, but Raptors have been here before. They've done it. I would say if anyone has an edge, they have a small edge. But based on bans, it looks like both teams are afraid of the other's strengths a little bit.
Yep.
Dark.
Well, I would say, well, jump into the bans, and that way you can talk about it as we're showing them here. Go ahead, Jazzy. You want to talk about what has Dark Matter banned tonight for us?
Dark Matter banned Downfall, which doesn't surprise me. Having knowledge of the team, their game knowledge is also going to play in that they know Raptors want to take you down from a distance, and it's not it's not Dark Matter's strongest map. So I know they banned it to avoid getting caught out from a distance by Raptors. And then Raptors banning Cargo. Dark Matter had 2 casts in the finals where they pretty much handled Cargo with ease against some very hard teams. And so I'm going to assume Raptors was aware of that performance and didn't want to have it against them.
Yeah. And here in the IVRL, they're in the postseason. We're showing you 10 maps on the ban sheet here. The 2 on the right are the custom maps, Arctic and Shipyard. Those are not options. So it's just from left to right. The 8 maps left to right are onward DPI built-in maps, and that's the ones that they're choosing from. They each get 1 ban apiece. Home team gets the first pick of the map, but away team gets the first ban. And like you mentioned, Downfall was first. Then the home team comes back and bans Cargo. And we're still waiting for map number 1. We'll find out here shortly where we're going to head to. But let's jump back into our scoreboard here, and let's take a look at what the bracket looked like and what teams got to play against who and how that journey came across. And the regional semifinals started out G-Men, Dark Matter, Raptors, Dark Tidings in the NA, and EU, Beginners, Vikings, Boss Fight, and Team K. And we didn't get it updated live because just a few hours ago things finished up, but Dark Matter and Raptors gonna take tonight's matchup, and the winner gonna make it to the World Finals next Saturday. Vikings and Boss Fight happened earlier today. I got the privilege to cast that, and wonderful matchup that was. A nail biter, man. If you haven't seen it, get on our Twitch, find the VOD. It's on there, and if you're watching this a little later, it's on the YouTube channel, IVRL YouTube channel as well. But Vikings and Boss Fight was one heck of a matchup. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it yet, so take a look at that. But next Saturday afternoon, World Finals is going to happen. But let's go over the prizes and showing you what these guys are taking home. This is real money, folks. You get paid to play video games, and that is the goal, is it not, Lambo?
Oh yeah, it would be my dream to just play video games and get paid all day. That's where it's at.
For real, for real. And right now we're playing for NA first and second place. So first place tonight, whoever wins tonight is going to take home $2,180 to that first place team. Second place, not getting anything to shake at either. They're going to take home $840. And if they make it, the first place team will make it to the World Championship next Saturday. And the winner of that's going to get an additional $1,400 coming their way. So you're talking about whoever wins Worlds is going to be taking home $3,580 total. That's a pretty good chunk of change for playing some video games.
Yeah, I mean, just your regional champion. I mean, you're getting like $270 per player if you're at a full 8. You know what I mean? Like that's good money for having fun with your friends and being competitive.
Yeah, for sure. And we also want to give a special thanks to the IVR officials. All IVR officials donated their own personal money right out of their pockets to help fund and this map pool, or this prize pool, and to get this league started. This is IVRL's first season, and money coming straight out of the officials' pockets to help get this thing started. And Jazzy was a part of that as well in the background here. And Raptors, they are in the current championship running for IVRL. They are actually they donated their winnings from last year's World Championship into this year's IVRL. So big thank you to those guys. And James Boak, owner of Boak Stocks, is donating 10 Boak Stocks to the regional finals as well. So awesome prizes and great money here for our very first season in IVRL.
Yeah, it is. I wasn't for sure exactly what the donation come from the Raptors. I knew they obviously had donated to the prize pool, but doubling down on their success from last year, I mean, that's bold move, Cotton. Bold move.
Right. Bold move, Cotton. We do have lobby up, so
yep.
Map number 1. Let's take a look at map number 1, and we are heading to the frozen tundra of Snow Peak.
I would have lost money if I had bet on this being the first map.
Yeah,
because I would have bet against it.
What were you thinking, Jazzy?
I was thinking we were gonna start on either Suburbia or Bazaar, 2 solid, well-known meta maps, and I feel like with the ban of Downfall, the next best option to throw Dark Matter off their game was to pick Snow Peak. On smart pick from Raptors.
Yep.
I don't envy Dark Matter right now.
I do still expect Bazaar out of one of these teams. While we were hanging out and talking, both. I mean, we seen Rypick and his boys in there hanging out in a Bazaar, as you said, maybe a mind game, Jazzy, but Dark Matter was doing the exact same thing with Bazaar on the other side.
Yeah, I think it was a mental game. I'm not sure who won, because we ended up on Snow Peak.
Right. But we still got 2 possible maps, especially if we do say 1-to-1 on map 1 and 2.
Yep. And the craziest thing so far, well, no, you know what? I don't give any spoilers away. But, yeah, I don't want to give any spoilers away about what happened earlier today. So we won't talk about what happened earlier today. You'll have to watch that yourself on our IVRL Twitch channel, the same one you're watching now. Just look back at the past videos and you'll find that earlier matchups from today happened there. And if they're not on there, they made it to the YouTube channel IVRL1 as well. But
one thing we could talk about is our 3rd place NA winner.
Yeah. Yep. We could talk about.
Yeah. Who was it that ended up taking it? Was it Dark Tidings that got 3rd?
Yeah, G-Men decided to not play today, being Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's a tough schedule.
Day, by the way.
Unfortunately, the IVRL postseason landed in the middle of like Easter, Mother's Day. There's a lot of stuff going on. All people all across the world, different holidays, different time zones. It's a tough struggle to make all that happen on a perfect world. So G-Men and Dark Tidings were supposed to face off today, and G-Men unfortunately could not make their matchup, and surrendering 3rd place to Dark Tidings, who took home $240.
And who is our third place in the EU?
That was beginners. They beat K-Fop. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, while we got a little bit of time, let's check out some fun little extras for the casters. For Lambo and I, per se, it is some fun caster stats about us and what happened this season. So these stats are based on season number 1 only, not the summer showdown that happened last summer, not the postseason. But I'll start with myself. I do play for a team called Tempo, and I casted a total of 54 matches and co-casted, and the same thing grouped in there through season 1. That was 21 weeks of play there. So cast per week, about 2.5 casts per week. There were some weeks I had 6, and there was a few weeks where I didn't cast at all. So it just depended on my schedule. My very first cast was in Aura Mortis versus Fury. And some fun facts, I am the IVRL community manager, basically the Discord babysitter. I am the captain of Tempo. And I'm also the team boomer, being the oldest member of Tempo, and the team I have the team Sasquatch role, as I'm one of the tallest members on the team. Actually a DJ, yes and no. I was told that once you're a DJ, you're always a DJ. But from ages 17 to 27, 10 years of my life, I was a DJ and owned a DJ company. So that was a good time in my life. Learned a lot, had a lot of fun. But Lambo, take it away on what we got for you.
Surprisingly, if you've talked to me and hung out with me before, I was a 911 paramedic. Did that for 7 years, EMT to paramedic, and now I'm an electrician. I'm left-handed, right-click and copy-paste aficionado, because I don't know how to really work this computer. And if you watch a few of the casts from this season, you'll know that I like Onward silent films, especially yesterday. But yeah, I mean, I tried early on to stick with the I'm gonna beat Lampy. Sorry, I'm gonna beat Lampy in the amount of casts. Obviously, I did not. 37 to his 54. 1.76 casts per week. I guess that just is math. Whatever. And then overlays. I think it's now more than 2. Could be wrong, but my first cast, Horizon versus K-Fot. I've seen a lot of K-Fot. I loved watching them a lot this season. And then I'm currently the captain of a newer team, Gridiron. We are recruiting.
Awesome.
We are looking to get up and running for season 2 if there's any takers in the audience.
Awesome. Jazzy, I know you don't have a profile up there as being an analyst, but what about yourself? I mean, what can you tell us about yourself?
I have a card, but I don't remember what we put on it.
Trick didn't make a third spot for me, so I don't have a third spot.
I've been playing Onward since 2017. I've been the captain, co-captain, captain again, co-captain again, and captain again of Hand to Death. We've been playing together, almost all the same guys, for 7 seasons now. Combined between leagues. We've gotten no better. I live
about having fun.
Yeah, exactly. I live outside Memphis. I guess I could claim a Sasquatch role too, being 6'5".
Wow. The game doesn't even go that tall, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you see me in a game, I do. I look like I'm wearing heels. The way my feet hit the ground. Which I do enjoy wearing heels, so it works out.
Wow. Personal.
Hey,
Awesome.
You asked about me.
Yeah.
I believe my card says I like long walks on the beach.
Nice. At least we know that
like
now.
Long walks on the beach with your tall butt too. Goodness gracious. 6'5".
I'm close. Lambo, what are you scaling at?
6 foot.
6 foot. All right, I got 2 inches or so.
I was able to stay above the line of women asking how tall I was. That line. That's all you need.
Nice. Yeah, a lot of big things coming out for the IVRL as we are ending season 1. IVRL has been working closely with Veil and the devs of Veil, a brand new VR game coming out. It's in its beta format, so very exciting times for IVRL as they have created a Veil tournament this summer, and we'll get more into that. But now we are starting map 1 of the NA finals. Here we go, round 1, Raptors versus Dark Matter, heading into Snow Peak. Let's do it.
Nate? Nate? Nate?
Let's go, guys.
Nate?
Oh, predictions.
Yeah, we'll get those.
As Dark Matter does start on defense here right off the bat. As we can see, Will Sell My P taking up a defensive position here on the Heskos, looking towards the north, trying to figure out where the spawn comes from, as offense can spawn in multiple locations on this map and this objective. The objective being this tiny little warehouse building here in the south-southeast area. And strong defense still staying close to objective. Dr. Aquafighter right here on the Jeep as High Voltage is close by, and Will Sell My P watching that north. Two members of Dark Matter on the defense heading over to the garage. Going to keep an eye on this. Matt Outdoors and Zucchini Zang. One in the front of the garage, one in the back. More of an ambush position. As we can see the Raptors starting to move towards the garage here. Messino and Distorted taking things very quietly and very slow as they tend to clear out the garage. The other members of Dark Matter of Raptors are working their way through the north. One near the lake there and the others in the horseshoe.
It's insane how slow pace this push in garage is happening for Messino and Distorted. I don't know if I've ever watched a team just straight up immediately out the gate just start pruning.
It's because they're all young. They're young. They can get down in that pro position. But it is also giving them great coverage, as we love VR and the gaming of VR. You know, these people laying Distorted here, laying down in the game is actually laying down in real life. And it also is reducing a bunch of audio. There's no way of making sounds while you're in the prone position from footsteps. Right pick taking shots onto the objective, drawing some attention towards the south and southwest as the rest of the team is moving from the north and northeast.
Camera 3 Distorted is making a move on Zuck.
Wow, and there is that silence movement of the prone position as Distorted grabs the first pick onto the defense, bringing this to a 5v4 Raptors advantage. Matt Outdoors hearing those shots and going prone himself, trying to stay low and quiet, blending into the bushes and the sandbags here at the sniper tower.
Unfortunately, when he rotated away, it did sound like Distorted did catch him. I'm not sure if he knows he's still there, but he was letting Messino know that there was a second close by.
Matt Outdoors not quite looking at that anymore. The moment that Distorted did peek a bit. Shots coming out from right pick, finding Will Sell My P.
Haskell's, I got 3 Haskell's.
We do have a drone as well above OBJ. Camera 3. Didn't get to set it down in time, sorry.
That is quite all right. Smokes out on OBJ, going to cause some distraction, going to cause a little bit of rotation, ensuring that no one is getting near the objective, as you can cap inside and outside of this. Right pick and High Voltage do trade on that one. Right pick still up, able to get revived, and Soldiers picking off Doc Aquafighter on objective. Soldiers and Distorted finding Matt Outdoors for that last kill, as Raptors 4.5 men up on offense take round number 1 of map number 1.
Listen, Raptors are here to play. Raptors are not messing around. Just from the slow and subtle movements of Distorted there. I mean, he had it down to a T. He was calling out. I mean, he had Zuck immediately. I mean, he knew exactly where Zuck was somehow.
Yeah.
Crawled straight to him, took him out, knew where Matt was, called him out, and then knew that he couldn't move any further safely and was calling to his southern guys saying, hey, can you get a peek towards tank? Help me out. And then that's when everything just started falling together. I don't know who was on that drone, but perfect placement because obviously they could see everything. But awesome offensive round by the Raptors, and I think we're going to see a lot more of it. Dark Matter's got a big fight ahead of them.
It was almost 3 minutes to the first shot fired, and then 1 minute before everyone on Dark Matter was dead.
Yeah.
Raptors took their time getting in position and then struck all at once, basically.
Efficiency.
Yeah, at its finest there. That drone, I think, did a lot of damage to them. Them not seeing it and taking it down gave up a lot of intel that they could have, done without giving up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're in PC and other maps if you're in PC or if you're in native Quest native or anything, you do get the sounds of the wind and everything else, and that can play a factor of what you hear and see while you have the drone in the sky. So it could be hard to hear it. If you keep it up nice and high, it's really hard to hear it. You almost have to just be visually looking up in the sky to see that drone.
Yeah.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And we got mirrored spawns as dark matter is finding their way through the tunnels.
Oh, that scared the fucking shit out of me. Someone's there. I thought I heard something.
Heavy push coming through the garage. Distorted here to defend that, and he is moving quickly and has got to be hearing these footsteps as Matt Outdoors does find soldiers. And quick trade coming out from Zucchini and Distorted, and now we are at a 3v4 in favor of Dark Matter on offense. And we're seeing more offensive aggression and quickness there from Dark Matter than we saw from the Raptors previously.
I already got 2.
I'm curious to see. I know I did get to see some of Raptors and some of Dark Matter so far in this postseason as Marksman finds Dr. Aqua. I'm curious as to what all maps these two teams have played and if there was any homework able to be done by the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then these two teams have been around for a while. There's probably a lot of footage, especially in the IVRL throughout the season. And we're playing all down onward and DPI built-in maps, so there's no custom maps. There's not going to be anybody throwing a trick play out there unless you pick a night map, which was done earlier today. There was a quarantine night today, and that could.
Oh,
play.
there was. I didn't get to see that one.
Yes, there was.
I have to watch it
That's
back.
spicy.
Yeah, it is.
Marksman looking for high voltage, did not connect as the head was peeking over the tank front end there. Casino finding Matt Outdoors on the north side of the Hescos.
Down one horseshoe.
Raptors with the advantage here, 3v2. The last two members of Dark Matter are over by the garage side in the southeast corner of the map. Will sell my P and high voltage. And to leave this area here, you do have to make your way out into the open. So if they do know you're over here, it is going to be tough for them to move forward as Rypick finds high voltage. And Wilson IP is going to refrag that pick, but giving out her position as well. Two members left, Marksman and Messino. Lasers trained on the garage area. Plenty of time for Will. Oh, 3 minutes, and gets picked in between the uprights of the sniper tower. And Raptors quickly going up 2-0 here on map number 1.
It seemed like there was a little bit of a chance. The Dark Matter still could possibly eke out a little bit of a win there, but obviously just a bit quicker on the trigger there was Marksman compared to Will. They were both looking dead at each other with those lasers. I think the smoke was a smart play to try to maybe get the eyes off immediately where her original position or actual position is, and it almost worked, but I mean, it did give off her try to rotate away. I mean, it definitely let them know where she was. They already knew, but gave her the exact pinpoint, and then obviously Marksman a little quicker. But looks like we now have the tunnel OBJ. I was expecting. I thought it was going to be the factory or the warehouse OBJ, the chaos OBJ that me and Jazzy called it earlier in the postseason.
Yeah, it's rather hectic in there.
Yeah, but even this tunnel, it still gets wild in here with smoke play, flash play, trying to come from all different angles. You got the south tunnel, you got the north tunnel, and then obviously all those like office type little side tunnels in the middle there. It's hard to hold, and it's harder to attack, really.
If Dark Matter starts to lean into their advantage, which is their speed, early in this round they got in fast and they did get an early kill or two. If they can lean more into their speed and put the Raptors on their heels and not allow the Raptors to set up, I think they can take some rounds back here.
Yep, and I hear the beeps. Let's jump into round number 3 as we do head into the tunnels. And like Lambo was mentioning, you take a large map and you put the objective in the tunnels of Snow Peak, and now you all of a sudden have a close quarters CQB type map as we get into the tunnels. Dark Matter's in high spirits here as they start on defense for the first time in the tunnels. Objective will stay in the same position, allowing both teams to have a chance at offense and defense. Early flash comes out. High Voltage worried about the quick spawn that did not happen as the Raptors did start out by the lake in the south. They are still pushing through the garage where the quick spawn would have started, but not quite making that too early, as Vultures did throw that early utility just to be in preparation. Distorted and Messino again in the garage. And Raptors taking their time.
Marksman.
Go ahead.
I would say Rypick and Marksman and Soldiers really sussing out this whole lake push. They were checking every single corner, calling to each other, I've got Hesco, I've got Tower, I've got Bunker. I mean, they were really making sure nobody gets picked way out here.
Yep, and Marksman bringing out the Jerome because they want to ensure that there is nobody in the north, as these mountainsides and valleys more or less can give plenty of ambush potential. And Marksman using that drone to find a clear path into the objective tunnels as we're finding ours into the north side. This tunnel does lead directly to the objective. Matt Outdoors prone. Here sitting behind the box near the east tunnel of objective. Watching that entrance as well. We'll sell my P directly on objective with Dr. Aquafighter and High Voltage sitting at the southern part of the tunnel, waiting anybody to come from the garage side, as Distorted and Messino are making their way ever so quietly once again through these tunnels.
Now, I know Dark Matter's probably being a little over-exaggerating when I've seen him before wishing Matt Outdoors a happy birthday. I think they said he was 50. I don't think that's a case, but if he is 50 and able to prone in-game, that's good for him.
Yeah, he works out for sure.
Yeah.
It's all about the squats.
Got to get them glutes.
Gluteus Maximus.
I had this whole thing lined up for Lampy about being him being the superior, me being the inferior, him having the posterior, me being the ulterior.
Oh my goodness. Shots coming out from Rypick entering the north tunnel does find Wilson IP peeking the tunnel doorway, as Doc Walkfighter did take down that drone they entered in there. Rypick throwing a grenade, clearing out what would have been a potential spot for a defense, also throwing some smokes.
But look at Zuck in the north.
Wow.
I don't know if Soldiers are going to be waiting for him. He is watching just to make sure, but
just turned. Well, he sees Zakiti come around and did had it planned. Wow, what a great flank defense that was from Soldiers as he was waiting for that. High Voltage finding two in Messino and Distorted, trying to come through the south. And lots of smoke blocked here for the OBJ. Matt Outdoors waiting for someone to come through that tunnel. Does find another kill. And quickly, the Raptors were looking good. Now down to only 2 members left, as they are going to face a 3-man team of Dark Matter here on defense. Rypick finding one. Aqua getting Soldiers there, but not taking him down. High Voltage trying to push this tunnel.
You got ammo? You got ammo? Here. He's right side. Left side, left side.
Right pick finding one. All down to Dr. Aquafighter. Facing 2 members of Raptors here in the north.
768 4504. 768 4504.
Right pick remembering the 7-digit code, which sends the uplink. If they do potentially get close enough without Aqua finding them, they can send in that 7-digit code within a certain radius of the uplink. Only a minute and 15 seconds or so left. They do not have time for a rotation. They probably don't have a good kill count as Soldiers is still watching the rear flank. If they knew there was only one person left, they wouldn't be doing all that patience there. They'd be trying to push and come through different tunnels, possible rotations. Ooh, shot from Aqua would have gave away her position. Right pick moving up ever so closely and danger close to the objective. He does have to get there, and Aqua finds the pick.
I'm down.
Soldiers
Oh, no.
coming through. What they flank push, finding Aqua for the last kill, bringing Raptors up 3-0 here on map number 1. Good rotation there by Soldiers to grab that last kill.
Yeah, it was. I was just in like tense, heart thumping. Oh my God, I feel for Dr. Aqua in that situation, knowing exactly where somebody is.
Yeah.
Telling their teammate, I believe it was Volzage, in the north, and then immediately watch Volzage go down. That's got to be heart sinking. Like, oh no, now I'm all alone. And she almost had it. She was doing a very good job of keeping the OBJ in sight, making sure nobody's getting close enough to just sneak cap on her, because it didn't let nerves get the best of her. The thing that didn't work out was obviously armored timing. You had Soldiers pushing, and she had to reload. She obviously doesn't have an extended mag or an unlimited mag. She has to make sure that she's got a certain amount in that mag. You got to keep all that in your head at the same time of trying to keep a kill count, keep knowledge of where people are. I love this game. It's intense, and oh my goodness, but I feel for her. That was a tough position to be in, and she almost took care of it.
Jazzy, got some insight on what you saw on your end?
Yeah, that round had almost 3 minutes before a round was fired, and that was, I believe, was Zucchini the first one taken down on the flank. And it took so long because Raptors is clearing the map, expecting that dark matter push on defense, which they do. Anyways, which they do, and Raptors is taking all the time to clear where they're not now. So I think if dark matters leans into what they're good at, which is that defensive push, they can get some of these rounds back, because Raptors is playing them like they're doing it, so they might as well do it.
Yep.
That Zuck flank, though, almost, I seen it going such another way, but I believe it was Soldiers that was checking out north and did very well
headshot.
to make sure that his team stayed alive.
Yeah, it was Soldiers, and for him to, peek that just at the right time.
Yeah.
Quick spawn.
And they did hear quick spawn. Soldiers did find it there, did not interact, and that was a very good move there by Soldiers, as he did rotate back and not decided to, push his luck in trying to fight and get into a gun battle in the tunnels. Deciding to rotate back and help out the defense, as they do have this good strong lead of 3-0. Don't need to, get too fancy with things right now. They just need to play a solid game here and secure these next couple wins to take it onto map number 2. Rolling here with Zucchini Zhang and getting an idea, sitting with the POV of a player and what they're seeing and hearing here, as Marksman downs Volchins with a C4. Gonna go for that confirmation.
One confirmed.
Shots coming out from Will Sell My P, not connecting with anybody there. Little distraction shots as she does rotate out. And solid defense here from the Raptors, as 3 of them are currently in the objective tunnel and 2 on the side tunnels. 1 soldier's on the east side, and who was the other one? Marksman on that far west, and soldiers finding Zucchini.
4. Echo 3.
Good kill count from the Raptors, as they do call only 3 members left of Dark Matter.
Bro, hold on, I gotta clean my lenses after this.
Hearing soldiers talk about having to clean his lenses, and that is the thing of VR, as Lambo can, also state there,
yeah.
man, you get sweaty and you get foggy, and you got a headset on with glasses that are lenses, and any little scuff or anything, and it totally
One sweat droplet, and
Yep.
you're blind. I keep a towel close by, tank top on, and short shorts. You'd be very easily to find me probably naked one day playing.
I was gonna say, you wear pants?
Yeah, right.
I even cast naked.
This is why you're not on cam, Jazzy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you were the one that said we were wearing pasties.
Gotta keep it G-rated with the pasties.
Gotta cover the important parts.
Right.
Aqua Fighter getting awfully close here to the objective, as
Oh man.
couple smokes and flashes could her find her way into a possible cap, but Distorted rotating back, gonna watch the tunnel on the south. And we are down to just Aqua, who goes down with a 5-up defense from the Raptors, showing their strengths here on their map pick of Snow Peak.
That was a very, very strong defensive round. I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, we were obviously talking about goofy stuff while people were trying their hardest to win around here.
While people are
Raptors-
actually killing other people, right?
Yeah. While murder is happening.
Murder.
Raptors is doing really well here on Snow Peak.
They sure are.
I don't know if it's just maybe Dark Matter needs to. Do you think they need to speed up or slow down, Jazzy?
I think that Dark Matter going into this and their discussion of the tent, they probably were not expecting to win the first map once it was Snow Peak.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna stick with whatever game plan they have overall for tonight's match or maps. And losing this first map does not put them that far behind, with this being a potential 3-map game. So I think they're gonna stay doing their kind of mix of slow and fast. I expect maybe a little bit faster flank out of Zucchini this round, perhaps. But they got to do something. Maybe you'll see Will and Zucchini go off. If they want to stay in this, they need to do something that the Raptors are not going to expect. This next objective, though, is hard to flank out of.
That's what I was getting ready to ask. So, is there a flank at all? Do you see a possible flank? What would be the play here if there is one?
I guess you
Would it
could
be
run up.
out of the south.
Yeah, maybe, or the northern alley if they don't
You gotta
get
yeah, I
the.
was gonna say you gotta get there quick.
Yeah, and if they don't get the spawn up here now, it looks like they could get there and get up behind and then come down towards the center bunker and maybe catch some folks out. But they got to do something unexpected if they want to stay in this.
Yeah, and calling out the flank spawn here as we are heading to the south west corner of the map, and also called double hanger, dual hanger. There is a lot of names for these potential spots, but I like to call it double hanger. Lambo, you guys call it anything in particular?
Double hangers
Double
always
hanger.
work for me.
Yeah.
Triple.
It's pretty
heli,
obvious that we
whatever.
didn't really show it in cast, but people do know there is 2 hangers for this objective. And in the northeast, or the northwest, there is a single hanger objective.
Yep, one's going towards us, Heskos ravine.
Distorted looking here in the south, taking shots down, trying to find what High Voltage is looking at there, and High Voltage dude coming out with that win there on that trade-off. Very powerful position for High Voltage. Does get quickly refragged there as well. Soldiers and Rypic still in the south here, looking to, encroach here on the defense, as this is the more meta push, as you do have more cover in the south. but it's usually more heavily guarded as well. As we'll take a look at that overhead map, you can see the majority of people here focusing on the south and leaving that north and that lake push open slightly with only one defender up there in the north. Because the lake is so open, you don't see many offensive attacks happening from that side. The only true push that you can make is what looks like Soldiers is going to do is take the ridge line of the lake. You can stay nice and low below the ridge line of the lake and then creep up on this side of the map. And it looks like we're going to see Soldiers try to attempt that.
Down in the east.
They do have a drone up also.
Is there no?
Oh yeah, directly above the OBJ.
Also, might be finding that last kill from the Heskos in the south. And once again, protecting that south. As there is a lot of cover, but there is a lot of open ground that you do have to make to get to there. Zucchini Zhang being encroached here by Soldiers, and a great helping line there from Matt Outdoors as he finds Soldiers trying to push off of that flash. Massino, hearing those shots, is looking for that refrag, not finding what he needs there.
Never mind, thought it was the body.
Defensive frag coming out from Matt Outdoors onto the lake and not hitting Massino. Smokes coming out from Massino, trying to draw in some distraction, block some views from players. Zucchini Zhang finding shots on a marksman coming on the lake. And wow, Dark Matter coming around on this defense.
So there's 2 up.
Just had to wake up a little. Had to be scared of a 5-0 shutout in map 1. I think we're going to be looking at a turn of the tide, I hope. Not a hope against Raptors. Again, I'm just here for good onward. I hope for a very good match. I'm looking at round 9s across the board.
Yeah, as viewers and as casters, we do love seeing things at the seat of our pants here and you know, on the edge of our seats, and good fun action. But we don't want to take away, like you mentioned, from what the Raptors are currently doing and starting off in a 4-0. Matt Outdoors, danger close to Massino as he's got to be hearing these footsteps. Who is going to peek on who first? Matt Outdoors going to push on to Massino, finding that last kill and taking their first round here on Snow Peak as Dark Matter wins the defense on double hanger, giving them their first point.
Without having to push out. Impressive. They held their ground, not very far from the objective. Stayed in cover, made Raptors come to them, which I think is what they've been trying to do all game, and this is the first time it's been successful.
Yeah.
They've come close, though.
Yeah, they have. I think this OBJ kind of helps that. I think if you actually look at the surrounding of the OBJ, you think of the defensive kill box a lot of teams will find on certain OBJ layouts. This is, I mean, it legitimately is just a box. You've got a bunch of walls and a bunch of cover to really hide in and stick to, and then wait for him to come into your line of sight. I mean, I think the OBJ is very defensive heavy, and I think Dark Matter, unfortunately, is going to have to deal with that against a strong Raptors defense, as we've already seen multiple rounds so far. But they held it well. Can they attack it well? What do you think, Jazz? You know Dark Matter.
It's a hard one to attack no matter who you are.
Right.
Very true.
Because long sight lines, marksman, his name is not a pun. You give him some long sight lines, he's gonna be aggressively trying to pick some folks off on defense. I don't know. I think they've got as good an odds as Raptors had of attacking this one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. And from here, if they win this one, the objectives only get more tough. There's not a whole lot left to choose from, and they're all hard. So, yeah, I'd like to see them take it, just for the sake of, excitement. But
what is left? There's only, North Hanger and Chaos OBJ at this point?
Yeah. So, if they take this one, it's going to just get more hard and more exciting.
Yep, 1 round at a time as we do hopefully possibly get into a 9-round decider, but we are a long way from that, and Raptors are only 1 round away from taking map number 1 here, as the objective does stay in the same location. And look at this aggressive defense here as Distorted, Rypic, and Messino pushing hard and heavy straight east and to the south. Rypic going to engage here very quickly onto High Voltage or Zucchini Zhang, passing up Will Sell My P, and the aggression not paying off this time. High Voltage is coming out with that pick, and quickly Raptors are down 1 man, 5-4 on this double hanger objective. And Will not wasting any time as she has pushed further and further up. Flash coming out. Will Distorted push this flash, but we got supporting lines from Zucchini Zhang just behind Will Sell My P, and those flashes going unused, basically. Yes, you're slowing things down, but on a defense, if you're going to use the utility, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm going to use a flash, I'd like to push on that flash as well.
Yeah, especially so far out. I mean, it's one thing to use a flash close to the OBJ to kind of take away a chance at a cap, but yeah, I mean, it does slow down a little bit, but at the end of it all, they still are going to be pushing past it. Mind games maybe, but maybe they were also waiting for an opportunity, kind of like what Voltage is doing here, that maybe they don't expect somebody to have a line right on them, but Messino almost backs straight up into Will's line while he was flashed. I think Voltage and Messino both were flashed there.
Lots of utility coming out, tons of flashes, just causing major distraction and lots of blind fire. Distorted finding Will Sell My P and bringing this back. Oh, Distorted, our Zucchini finding soldiers, and now we are currently at a 3v3. And it's just a flash and mountain battle here in the south-southeast as Dr. Aquafighter finds Distorted, and all down to 2 Raptors left. One.
How much equipment can you bring into a match?
It's constant, but you know that's the beautiful part of this game. You know the different strategies that can come out and what different teams like to do. Some people don't like utility at all. Some teams are over utilitized.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But yeah, lots of dead bodies here right next to Messino, and he is playing the smart move, backing off a bit and supporting the objective and giving Marksman a chance as well to rotate back and guard the objective. Marksman was up in that sniper tower in the north side of this OBJ area guarding the lake and the lake cross. As you said earlier, his name is not a pun. He is, in real life, he is a sniper shooter as well and an excellent shot. So that does play some factor into his gameplay here.
With y'all's loadout points, boys, are y'all completely decking out your gun, or are you carrying in more equipment than you can?
I'm definitely a utility guy. At least 1 smoke, 1 flash, depending on objective in the map. Sometimes 2 flashes, sometimes 2 smokes. Every now and then a grenade.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
Trying to be
grenade
a boke.
user.
I get it.
Aren't we all?
I'm a grenade user. I max out my gun.
Okay.
I don't like to think too much about utility.
Right.
I find I focus on it too much if I have a bunch of it.
It can be tough to use.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Zucchini
But
Zhang and
somebody's
Messino getting danger
effectively
close.
using a lot of those
Messino.
smokes.
Messino finding Zucchini there as Aqua and Mad Outdoors both have lasers set on Messino's position, and he is tucked in behind one of these propane tanks. Not a lot of cover and not a lot of rotation options, as he can either go out in the open and just bouncing back and forth, looking for any movement around him. And looks like more utility coming out from Aqua and Mad Outdoors. I think the play here is go behind and try to catch one of these guys off guard. I think Mad Outdoors is a distraction while Aqua finds her way closer and closer to the objective.
Ooh, this is a nail biter.
Yes, it is.
As this is map point here for Raptors. And Aqua danger close. She can cap.
Can she cap right there?
No, not from behind the Hesco. And gonna find the kill on objective. She can cap between the 2 Hescos there by the OBJ, but what a great job by Aquafighter as she takes the victory for their team there at the last kill on OBJ, bringing Dark Matter that much closer here.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps. Like Jazzy was saying, that was tense, man. I gotta put some pants on.
Please.
That
Don't
was
stand
an awesome
up,
round.
all right? Just don't.
No, I'm not. Don't worry.
Just play.
I got everything I need right here.
I hope that upholstery's all right after that one.
Yeah, no kidding. Dude. And we get to Chaos OBJ next. I love this.
Yeah, before we get too much into the analytics of this last round, but let's jump into a full screen replay and watch that one play out here at the end as Aqua is so close to a cap. She can't cap.
Can she cap right there?
No, not from behind the Hesco. And gonna find the kill on objective. She can cap between the two Hescos there by the OBJ. And rightfully so, taking that kill rather than trying to risk a cap and just getting that 1 point.
At that point on defense, you kind of got to prioritize dying, right?
Yeah.
If you know you're the last one up and you don't, I don't think they had a clean kill count. At the end of the round there.
There's a lot of trading back and forth, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Marksman, he saw someone go in for the cap, and he said, you know, I'm either going to take this person down or this person's going to take me down, but they're not going to get that code in.
Yeah.
That was a prioritizing of the, I don't know, the John Rambo, I guess you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm either going to win this or lose this right here, but I'm not going to give up the 2 points.
Exactly.
Smart
it's always better
defensive
to
move.
lose one than two.
Yeah.
Especially when they've got the cushion that they have, they really don't want to give it up.
Yeah, because they're still up by 2 instead of just 1. So, smart move by Marksman with a tactical death.
Yep. As we move into round number 7 here, a 4-2 lead for the Raptors as, what did you guys call this building in this objective?
Chaos building.
Chaos,
OBJ.
okay,
Just
all
because,
right.
I mean, when have you not seen this room just get absolutely lit up with smokes, M203s, flashes? I mean, it gets nuts in there.
It sure does. And yes, I mean,
There's four-
Chaos is a good name for it.
There's 4 ways in, and 2 of them, they know you're coming because they can hear through this concrete. You're almost smarter to attack from the outside because I think the sound approach from the outside can't be heard through the walls like the inside tunnels.
Yep, and we see a strong defensive hold here from Dark Matter as they are not getting aggressive. They are not pushing anybody too far away from this building. Obviously, they don't want to lose 1 point. They are definitely not going to get capped on as everybody is staying nice and tight. And the play here for them is let's stay, passive and let's get these kills. Let them come to us. Raptors playing a 3-2 push here as 2 are heading into the tunnels and 3 are staying more towards the west and north sides of the Chaos objective.
Everybody's going to say, Jazzy and Lambo don't know what they're talking about. That's the warehouse OBJ. And then it'll just stay warehouse, and we'll be the one goofy guys that call it chaos.
See, we don't
And that's
call it
fine.
warehouse either, though. On Tempo, we don't, at least.
Oh, do you not?
No.
What's tempos?
We call it the kill box.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would make a lot more sense.
Sounds like something your wordsmith Theta came up with.
I don't remember who called it. I'm not sure. Might have been Thickless.
So, have you guys ever seen a defensive position like Volzage is playing here? I've never seen someone hide in that corner.
Wow, what a grenade, throwing it on the hill and letting it roll down. 2 grenades and a flash coming out. He passes them up. He doesn't see them. He passed them up. You gotta be kidding me. Can he not? Oh, he finds one. Then they pass up each other again, and Voltage, what the twist?
God.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Like ships in the night.
Oh my goodness. What a 2-piece kill there by Voltage, and the grenade downing the original member, and then the flash coming out, and he pushed past them. Messino throwing utility at the location where his friendlies did die, hoping to hold them down. And Voltage grabbing another one. That is 3-piece here for Voltage. And wow, what a job here, Miss
Oh, my
P.
goodness.
Finding Disordered. We're all down to Messino. Messino last up to try to clutch this first map on a 1v4 against Dark Matter.
That spot, I've never seen it, but it is obviously strong.
And Messino finding Voltage.
Boltsy's door. He just passed. He's coming around to you. He's going to you, Zach.
Good communication here from Dark Matter as we're waiting for Messino to make his entrance. He's going to have a tough job here to try to enter one of these doors. And it looks like all the utility was thrown earlier as he was trying to make this approach. Looking at his belts, I do not see any more utility left. He could scavenge. Looks like a flash here from a dead comrade. Decides not to pick it up as it is in front of the doorway. Still has 2.5 minutes. He could rotate. But I think the last couple rounds, if we've seen the Raptors playing, they got really aggressive on that last defense. They knew they had that lead, and I think they're taking risks they normally don't take. Flash coming in. Will Mosino find anybody? And C4 comes out. My goodness. Aqua finding that C4 kill. Wow.
Oh my goodness, Will's cackling laugh at the end though. It gave me the Home Alone vibes. Oh man, that was a good round, man. Dark Matter held down Chaos WJ like it was nothing.
That spot from Voltage.
Yeah.
All the difference, and you know, I questioned it at first because it looked a little funny to me. But coming up this hill, that people are gonna check normally by these sandbags, and then like you saw people throwing smokes and utility at this door. No one cared about this little jut out right here.
Yep.
And then that layup roll down nade.
He just tossed out 2 of them. He almost had them. But
the second one was a flash, but yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, the second was a flash,
yeah.
and that's when he pushed across the teams and passed them up. But yeah, them outdoor spots, we call them wings on Tempo, and we play those too every now and then. You have to keep your gun down, keep your arms down. You can't make any type of movements with your hands, otherwise you're going to get exposed on the outside of the wings.
Gun barrel sticking out or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he was
really well tucked in.
He was more of an ambush.
Flashed. Yeah.
Yeah, and the patience, and he did took 3 people with him and not a single other Dark Matter member was exposed to anything.
Yep.
I mean, strong defense.
Yeah, good.
Dark Matter,
good.
I told you. Turn it around.
Yeah, 3 unanswered points here for Dark Matter. As we are jumping into the next round, we are going into round number 8. Lambo, you may get your wish here for a 9-round decider.
Oh my goodness. I will need to change pants.
Don't count Raptors out yet.
No, and this is an easy one to defend as well. This has to be a really timed attack for the offense. You can't push in one by one, as there are too many locations to look into the chaos objective room, kill box room, warehouse room, whatever your heart desires on that call out. But we'll find out here shortly if Dark Matter can take this round, possibly match win or map win if they do get the cap. Shots coming out from Marksman as he is taking shots down towards the lake and letting his teammates know where that location is.
Not thinking that Dark Matter typically uses them, but I'm kind of disappointed not to see a single M203 ready for this building.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're holding a lot of utility for it, but
I imagine they got a lot of flashes. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of boomstick play in this building.
Yeah, the boomstick is nice, and the HE frag attachment to the M203 and the Mark 18 there. You have to be you have to take that shot from a distance though, because there is a vicinity, I guess, rating is if you hit something too close to you, it's probably it just doesn't explode. So you're probably looking at a 20-foot shot, 25-foot shot. You have to be further away than that for it to explode. But it's a good one for a smoke. If you can shoot that smoke at any location.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't prime right away.
And that M203 smoke you cannot get rid of either. So you can't pick it up and throw it away like you can the can smokes. Wow, great flash by High Voltage. That has to get right pick as he has to see him up there on the ridge. And great job there by Voltage.
One dead.
Confirming that death. Distorted outside. Looks like he is. Is he on the wings or is he inside? Oh, he's inside. But down to a 4v4 here. 4 minutes left. Still a good, strong north attack here from Will Some IP and Dr. Aquafighter. High Voltage is going to join them here in the north, as we do have one still sitting back near the horseshoe tunnels. And smoke coming in front of the doorway. Great placement on the smokes. Oh, and Marksman getting the pre-fire through the doorway and the smokes, finding a kill there. Utility coming out. Is it going to be a frag? No, it is a flash, but is Marksman going to push through the smoke? Very dangerous push if he did. Don't think he is. He's just slowing down the attack. Will sell my P with that supporting line, ensuring nobody is pushing on that flash. Casino tossing out 2 more flashes to really slow that down. Again, you know, you're slowing it down, but they still have 3 minutes. If you're not going to push it or there's no other play, it's good to slow down and make them reconsider what they're doing. But for utilities used there, and you're probably not going to use in this one, you're not going to use the utility much often besides that.
I don't know what happens here for Dark Matter on this offense. I mean, they've got enough time to not attack from this angle. They can rotate, but they've got to do it now if they're going to decide to come through the tunnels. Otherwise, I mean, it's just wait till the last second and hope you can get a couple lucky flicks, right? I mean, you got to rush this room if you're thinking of getting anywhere close to an OBJ or anywhere close to now tucked in, not worried about anything defenders. I mean,
Right.
they're not going to come out of this room. The only person we've got outside of the OBJ is soldiers, and I'm sure watching a tablet at any point in time, starting to see green dots come off the screen, they're going to start crashing. But I don't know about this holding pattern we've got out of Dark Matter. They're maybe waiting for Raptors to make a mistake, but I don't think we can expect Raptors to make a lot of them, right?
Yeah, they're definitely not going to push outside the building, and I think they realize that now. And the further it gets down on time, the more the Raptors are going to be prepared for a push. But you need to be pushing in the right locations too. You know, they found the north not being the way to go, as there was a lot of pre-fire shots from Marksman coming through that doorway, even through the smoke, and they lost one on that. So all coordinating here on the west side. Not uncommon, but I still believe they have to come into more than one door, as you were mentioning.
Yeah.
If they get in there and somehow take down those 3, though, soldiers is pretty far away.
And grenade coming out. Gonna find Will Sell My P, but should get quickly revived. No, doesn't, as the Sorta gets that confirmation. What a great job there by the Sorta, tossing that nade out the doorway and quickly getting that confirmation, as Aqua could have quickly got that refrag, or that revive.
I think we're just going to watch Matt and Aqua just pierce the door and try their best John Wick.
And with the boxes here, great flash. Great flash.
I think that flash got distorted.
Shots ringing out as Raptors do take this one in defense, and victory on map number 1. Raptors winning 5-3 here on map number 1.
That was a better map than what I was expecting out of after round 4.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was, really hoping for that round 9 that you had to jinx, Lampy.
I
Come
know,
on.
the caster jinx. I think I jinxed it.
That's all right. We're here anyways.
Yeah.
I think the big momentum shift in that round was the blind fire through the smoke on high voltage. Marksman didn't even know he did it, but that deflated the attack entirely on Dark Matter.
That affected Dark Matter more than anything. It had no effect on Raptors, as you mentioned, that it wasn't even known. But it totally changed what Dark Matter had planned, it seemed. And that was a tight line from Marksman.
Where do you think we're going next?
Good question. Good question, fellas. I don't know.
What was Raptors ban?
Cargo.
That's what I was getting ready to say, but yeah, never mind. Do y'all think it's bizarre? Or you think that was just a legit mind game from both
I'm
teams?
thinking Subway.
That's what I was going to go with.
Yeah, I think
be a good
I think Dark Matter is really favored in Subway. Or they favored themselves in Subway, and but we shall see. So as we talked earlier, there's some big announcements coming out. Vale coming to IVRL and IVRL going to Vale. They're going to have a beta release tournament this summer, starting around the August timeframe, August to September, and it is the largest prize pool in VR sports history. Minimum $35,000 in cash prizes. Minimum. That is minimum. With a LAN finals event in Miami. So you are getting paid to play video games on a stage in front of thousands of people. And man, the hype on this is getting real. Stay tuned to IVRL's Discord. Stay tuned to Vale's Discord. This is a beta game. You can't even purchase the game right now. There's a wait list. You have to find a key. The best way to do that is to jump into the Vale Discord. And I think they hand out keys every now and then. But before we get into map number 2, before we get into intermission, let's check out this new promo from Vale and what's going to happen here this summer with IVRL.
Nice.
As you saw there, $35,000 up for grabs in prizes minimum. They're talking about it going higher depending on how many teams do get involved and how big this thing is going to get. But LAN event, I mean, everybody's been waiting for a LAN event for the VR esports history, and that's going to be in Miami around the September timeframe. So the best way to pay attention to that is in the Discord. So make sure you're jumping on that. Hopefully somebody in the mod team or someone can drop a Discord link when this pops up here in 6 minutes. But very excited to see where did we go in Jazzy? Where do you see in this?
Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Q1.
I think a bold choice for Dark Matter. I hate to say it, and I don't want to have a favorite or show favoritism, but I think Raptors has the edge on this map.
Raptors are very good in quarantine. I've seen them.
Yeah. This is basically, we just went from Snow Peak to Sand Peak.
That's a good way. Well, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
The Raptors, again, they're playing different, though, today. I think they really threw Dark Matter off their game. Because Raptors is, if you took away the names, I might think we're watching beginners or boss fight or someone not from the NA ladder. With the speed that they're playing, the way they're staying close and tight to things.
Yeah.
I think that has thrown off Dark Matter's tempo a little. Dark Matter obviously confident to pick it. They're not gonna pick a map they don't think they can win. But it's a tough map against Raptors.
Yeah.
Although at this point, what isn't?
Yeah.
Well,
true.
yeah. At this level, the competition's going to be fierce either way, and that's what we're seeing between the first map there, 5-3 currently on the first map, and it's not points now. IVRL is all about points in the regular season. That's when we were only playing 2 maps. And because of the potential of a tie, we shifted to 3 maps in the postseason to make sure we don't have that tie. So, map 2, fellas. Here we go. Let's take a look at the prizes one more time as everybody's loading in. See what these guys are fighting for. As we watch the graph here rise into the prize pool, these guys are fighting for that $2,180 prize pool for the NA first title. And potentially whoever goes to the World Championship match, the winner of this is going to face man, I ruined it. Is going to face an EU team next Saturday for another $1,400 additional on that championship title. But second place is going to get $840. So one of these teams is walking away with second place today. Nobody's leaving without money, and that is a good feeling.
We are. We're not getting any money.
Well, that's true. That's true. We're not. We do this for the blessings of our heart. But we want to mention here that special thanks to the IVR officials, Jazzy being included in that, as they have donated their own money to get this thing started here, first season of IVRL. The majority of the money in the prize pool came from the IVR officials' own pockets to get things started. And Raptors donating their prize pool from the World Championship last year, as they are reigning champs in a different league. kicking that money back into the IVRL to boost up the prize pool and get this thing started. And James Boak throwing out 10 Boak stocks to the regional finals winners on each, one on the EU, one on the NA side. And
Wasted no time.
Yep, hearing them beeps, here we go into our map to round number 1. Raptors 5 points away from being the NA Finals champions and moving on to the World Championship. Now, can Dark Matter hold it off?
Real fast, have either of you used a Boak stock?
I do have one, yes.
I know you have talked about it a lot before. Recommend it?
I do. I guess it just depends on... Some people love not having it, but I can flick with it really fast, and my accuracy is better on the flicks. You know, I'm a boomer. I'm older. I shake a little bit. I got a natural shake. You know,
same here. Same here.
But you know, I find myself to be halfway decent before I had a stock because I was just so used to having to play that way.
Right.
But getting the stock, it has improved my accuracy in my game tremendously. And James Boak and the Boak stock is one impressive piece of equipment, as it is super light. It is feather light, and it is a slide cup design to where you're not unsnapping and snapping a magnet, and it's an above slide to where you can slide in and out very easily. I highly recommend it. That's bokvr.com, BOWKVR.com. Please, everybody, look at that website or find him on the Discord as well.
He's around there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, he's always around. He is a New Zealand member, so he's on a completely different time. He's in the future, actually. So
He's been telling us all of our gambling stats and stuff lately.
So you didn't have a problem with the Boak stock being naturally upside down? Since you're from New Zealand?
It come packaged upside down.
I mean, imagine a world where the toilet flushes the wrong way, you know?
Yeah, right. Weird.
We love you, James.
We do love you, James. James is a very good member of the community in IVRL, on the officials as well. Do thank him for everything that he does. Here we are, map number 2, round number 1, Dark Matter vs. Raptors here, and we do have the East 2-story objective where Marksman is sitting currently guarding the objective. And for those that are new, the objective is the green satellites that the offense can send a 7-digit code. As Jazzy says, it could be up to 34 digits, depending on how many times.
36.
36, depending on how many times you have to try to get that 7-digit code in correctly. As it is a memory game, you can see the code on your tablet you are equipped with, but you cannot look at the code while entering the code. So you do have to switch back from screen to screen and remember that 7-digit code while you're getting shot at, while you're in smoke. With the shakes, with the nerves, and it looks like a telephone keypad that you are punching that 7-digit code into. Once you get it wrong once, you have to start completely over and try it again.
You might need to tell Jazzy how many digits is in the code again. Dude tries to tell me 8 or 9 in the middle of a cast, and everybody's like, who are these casters that don't know what the code numbers are?
Everyone knows I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well.
Distorted in a very unmeta spot here, location in the far south of the hospital warehouse. Finding one kill, Marksman finding another onto Zucchini Zhang on the tanks.
Echo 3 guys.
And quickly, Raptors with a 5-up defense against 3 now of the Dark Matter offense. With Distorted in the far south. And Rypick in the motel, finding Will Sell My P.
Echo 2.
In the container courtyard as well. Bringing it down to 2 members left. Matt Outdoors and Dr. Aquafighter.
Tough first round here for Dark Matter. I'm again still trying to wonder about this the map pick itself. I don't know if they were trying to catch Raptors off guard by picking one that they're comfortable with. I don't know, but right now it does look like the Raptors are very comfortable with Q1. They've got every angle covered. I mean, obviously it's only round 1. It's only one of the, in my opinion, least favorited OBJs. I can't stand this one myself. It's hard to attack.
Very hard.
I mean, you just got open area everywhere, all around it. You just need one person. Well, Anyways, Raptors only needs one person on the OBJ while everybody else just goes and finds picks. It's a tough spot to be in for Dark Matter, especially losing map 1. I really hope for him to be able to put something strong here on map 2, but round 1 is not looking good.
Yeah, be a tough road ahead of Dr. Aquafighter here. She is facing 5 Raptors. Making her way through the center here. Knowing Soldiers is in this location as hearing those shots and seeing possibly that rotation come through. And just ducking down in time. And not making those shots connect as Soldiers finding that last kill onto Dr. Aquafighter. And Raptors taking round 1 of map number 2.
Yeah, that round didn't really start until 3 minutes into it, and then ended quick. Went to only a minute left, but Dark Matter didn't really make anything happen in that round. But that's the disadvantage you get with the map pick, is you start on offense, and there's definitely a slight advantage to defense and onward, regardless of the map. They probably expected to maybe lose the first round, and if they can win all their defensive rounds, they just have to hope for one offensive win.
I don't see very many rounds or OBJs that I wouldn't take the defensive advantage. I think legitimately the only disadvantage Volk has is their weaponry. You know what I mean? Like the some of those weapons where you actually have to grab your mag to eject. I think Marsoc, loadout wise, has all the advantages, but obviously Volk in that I have to stick in my spot and not push, just as a lot of people in the chat probably wouldn't understand. A camper does not exist in Onward. That's your job as Volk, and I think obviously it's tough to go against. I think a lot of these rounds are obviously you see more defensive wins than you do offense. So I don't know. I mean, it's obviously, again, tough map, tough spots, tough OBJ, but it is only round 1. We'll see what Dark Matter can do with their defense.
We have forgot predictions, and I forgot how to do them.
I'm getting them right now. I got them.
You're good.
All right. Yeah, it's this map, especially with Raptors being able to hit you from so far away. You saw, I don't remember who it was over here in the hotel, but picking off Zucchini and Will, just stopping that whole northeastern attack. The Raptors are tough to play here. I still think the better choice for Dark Matter than Subway, because Raptors they've been dominant on Subway since Subway didn't have half of the alleyways and stuff it has now. I bet even back on old Subway. So yes, smart choice I think still, but hard match.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Now they could have, and I don't think we've seen it since we've gone to the 3 map choice. They could have deferred and taken Volk to start. They could have deferred their map pick, which is another mental game you could play, right? They could have kicked it to Raptors since they know the map pool. They could have gone for that. Roll the dice and let's take the slight advantage on Volk to start out. Clearly they didn't. But they got to be feeling confident if they pick this map.
It looks like we did have a disconnect on the Dark Matter side. Let me check. I did get a message here. We could be in our very first timeout. It looks like we are. So timeout on the Dark Matter side, giving them a good 8 minutes to figure out their 5th member in that connection that we've got going on. So luckily we got 3 great people who can fill that airtime in. But until we do that, let's look once more at the IVRL bracket and how these teams got to where they are and who they had to face. Here in the postseason, it started off with the regional semifinals as G-Men took on Dark Matter, and Dark Matter coming out victorious on that one. Raptors facing Dark Tidings, and Raptors coming out victorious on that one. And that's the matchup we're seeing here right now. G-Men and Dark Tidings were supposed to face off in a bronze match for 3rd place today, but G-Men did forfeit that due to some scheduling issues, and Dark Tidings end up taking that victory there for 3rd place in the NA. Currently watching who is going to take home 1st and 2nd between Dark Matter and Raptors. But in the EU, Beginners versus Vikings, as you can tell, Vikings took that victory, and Boss Fight versus Team K, and Boss Fight took that win. Now, Beginners fought Team K earlier today for that third place, and beginners did take that victory. And Vikings and Boss Fight did fight off on the EU finals earlier today, and I'm not going to spoil it. You need to watch it. It's there in our Twitch on this channel here, IVRL1. What a matchup that was. Incredible, incredible matchup. You need to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, I got yelled at for sitting there on the couch with my phone watching while I was at the Mother's Day festivities.
Well, that's okay.
So,
Yeah, that's what I told him. I was like, hey, I'm here, but I'm also there.
And we'll jump
If
into
I'm
the
not-
bands real quick. No, go ahead, Jazzy. I'm just flipping
if
screens.
I'm not mistaken, Raptors beat Dark Matter to put Dark Matter in second. No, different ladders, right?
Yeah, different
Yeah,
ladders.
you're talking about the the quarterfinals.
Different-
We watched.
yeah.
We watched Dark Matter and Raptors in their same group take 1 and 2 when we thought initially Dark Matter was going to end up coming first out of that group.
Yeah. So,
Obviously,
but
Raptors come back, but
So Raptors beat Dark Matter to take first, and Dark Matter took second, right? Correct.
I believe so.
So we should have some information about what matches they played in or maps they played in the past.
Yeah.
Because I know that Raptors gave them a heck of a time to put them into second place, essentially.
Yeah, because they beat
And
us.
so-
We were in the round robin side with both of these teams.
That's right.
Yeah, the only team that beat Raptors like on anything was Kai in the first round on Downfall.
Also, by the way, very good job out of Tempo, Lampy. Very good job. First season for the team. Brand, you taking over after Theta, like that's an awesome season. Nothing to hang your head about.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't able to make it to the round robin tournament as I was away and unable to play. But yeah, the guys did an amazing job. We did our best, to get to where we were, and Theta was there for every step of the way as our coach, and just putting in a ton of time and effort for us, and we appreciate that. But Jazzy, let's recap on the bands while we're waiting for round 2 to start, as Dark Matter and Raptors and what their bands were.
Dark Matter banned Downfall, which really was a ban to play to their strengths. I don't think they banned that to play to really keep Raptors off it. I think they banned it to keep themselves off it because they're not as confident on it as they are in other maps. But honestly, if you're confident on Q1, you should be confident on Downfall. There's a lot less buildings to hide inside on Quarantine, but they're very similar length maps. And then Raptors banned Cargo, which kind of sweeps the knees out from underneath Dark Matter in terms of their speed.
Yeah.
I think when you've got some very fast players on Dark Matter, and they're going to push you hard on Cargo, and I think Raptors didn't want to get their backs up against the ropes to start, or even in the second map here. So they banned Cargo, which was to knock out the strength of Dark Matter in terms of their speed. I think Dark Matter is a faster team, especially here in these playoffs. Raptors is not playing as fast as they have in the past.
Yep. And Raptors ban came out with Cargo, as they do not want to face Dark Matter and Cargo, and that's what you're talking about, that faster paced team of Dark Matter being in. They did not want to get into that close quarter Cargo battle.
Having I don't know if you guys have ever had the joy of playing in a comp lobby with Dark Matter, but
Gotten clapped by them on Cargo a lot.
or even being on the same side as them. They're always talking about something else in the game. They're always joking around, half paying attention to what they're doing.
Yeah.
They thrive in that chaotic environment.
Yeah.
And Cargo is pure chaos. They could keep up with all of it while paying attention to none of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Um,
No, it does. I
and-
mean,
and-
it's the more like just COD style of the onward gaming you can get. You know what I mean? I get it, 100%.
Yeah, there was I think a team like Raptors who do a lot of homework. Not that Dark Matter doesn't do homework, but a team like Raptors that does a lot of homework and stays focused and has amazing comms. They're not gonna want to deal with just that pure chaos.
Yeah.
That Dark Matter's gonna throw at them in a small map like that.
All right, then that's the beeps back from the timeout. Here we go into round number 2. The action's going to start once again. And as we know how this works, The objective does stay in the same there, same spot as offense and defense. Once again, get the same chance at on the objective to play offense and defense. But here we go as we have an east. Get my mini map up. A west approach from spawn in from from Raptors, as Dark Matter's finding their defense here spread out in more of a kill box location. Man Outdoors in the basement of center building. What do you call that? We call it mall. What do you call the big center building?
Oh yeah, it's what did we call it the other day, Jazzy? The DOD or whatever, the Department of
Drone's dead.
Sound like Voltage finding somebody towards hospital. We called it the DOD, Department of something, but obviously we hear a lot mall, glass,
Department of Defense, because they're selling tanks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they've got a tank out front. It's for sale. It's probably worth a pretty penny, but yeah, the Department of Defense.
Nice.
Is what we were calling it the other day.
I've heard it office in the cast. I've heard it mall. And, you know, as a team, you guys make it however you want to make it, as long as everybody is on the same page of what it is called. Yeah. But yeah, in the basement.
Blue or green for all it cares. It
right.
Don't matter. As long as your team knows what it is.
Yep. Could be Pizza Hut if you want it to be.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Pizza Hut.
Zucchini Zhang sitting in defense here in the container courtyard, as will some IP also in the far east by mall there. Apartments mall. It's been called many things. Aqua Aquafighter on OBJ in a 2-story building. And high voltage in the far southeast here. Took down the drone is what you heard earlier. Lambo found a drone rolling around the hospital area and giving away his position. So now, you know, he is moving more, you know, back towards closer to OBJ. And I've never really seen anybody play here before. Underneath the bridge in the far southeast. And I got to say, I'm kind of liking it as you're protected from the far south. And the 3 stories giving you a little bit of protection. And I don't feel like anybody's going to be looking way over here.
Yeah, I mean, it's way out in the open, but yeah, you're right. I mean, you just got to kind of make sure you play to the right angles. You know that somebody can come up on your left or from the south, but they've got a long rotation to get there, and hopefully by then they're not looking for you.
And this angle that Volches is looking at, he's looking at the tank courtyard approach around this south side of the mall area. And again, people aren't going to be looking where he's at. They're going to look into that 3rd story area first. You know, initially
right.
Your eye's going to go to 3rd story and look in those different floors. But as Raptors make their way through the center here, Rypick moving up what I call post office, and soldiers moving into the mall tank courtyard. Messino quickly behind him with an overview watch from Marksman on top of hospital. And Distorted taking shots in the south dunes. Smoke's coming out to defer his location and move off. I think he threw a smoke without pulling the pin. I guess that's for later. Yeah, that one's for later. We can use that one later, Distorted. He quickly threw one smoke and quickly threw another as he took them shots and didn't want to get killed. It happens, folks. We're not perfect.
Did we get shots from Voltage while he was initially in the dunes? Because they are really...
yes, so
really
he shot down the drone earlier.
Okay.
And that's what Distorted's really worried about. But his rotation did come all the way back towards OBJ there and underneath the bridge.
Just a quick point out, 4 minutes into the round, not a single death on either side.
Yeah, I feel like we're watching an EU matchup. And earlier when I was casting the EU, I thought we were watching NA matchups.
Everyone plays a little different when they really want to win.
Yep.
Yeah.
Volzy being in an off-meta spot and not in those dunes up there in the south, or down there in the south, Marksman and them wasted a lot of time clearing that, and he was not there. I think him not being there confused them more than anything, because they were looking for someone there, and they've wasted 3 minutes trying to clear that spot.
Yeah, and that's what's great about the flanks, man. You even, you know, Voltage just took down a drone. He didn't even kill anybody, but he's caused this offense to slow things down a good 2 to 3 minutes, basically waiting to clear all this out.
Distorted is pushing up on Voltage's position, though. We'll see if it ends up
Voltage
being that he finds him or not.
Neither one of them looking there yet. Distorted may look around this corner, but Voltage definitely not. And Distorted finding him. Kills on my P. Now lasers on Distorted, quickly getting that refrag. Offense moving up closer and closer as we are in a 3v4 in favor of Raptors, and this offense smokes out onto the Aquafighter and the objective, making her rotate more than normal, ensuring that no one is encresting on that objective.
30 seconds.
Yeah, those beeps did come out from the offense. Matt Outdoors still in the underneath, is going to rotate now out and around, trying to grab anybody flanks. And there goes the defense on the objective, and will sell my P going down. Nobody on objective. Matt Outdoors now has to die. Killed the only person that could kill him. And 2 members of Raptors on the objective. Caps could come out.
Trying to get it.
Oh my God, I didn't know it was a race against time. Oh man, the last second
And
cap.
the last second, 1 second left, and the cap comes out as Raptors take an early 3-0 lead here on map number 2. 1 second left.
Yeah.
When Dark Matter watches that back, they are going to be gutted.
Wow.
I said that last time we casted them with the cap they almost gave up on Cargo.
Yeah.
And that one, knowing they were that close, that's painful. I don't care what team you are. That's painful right
that's
there.
tough. That is tough. They held it to the very last second. Obviously, Matt being way off OBJ with nobody else close by. That's lucky in a sense that they had to race the clock. But fortunately for Raptors, they probably raced the clock plenty of times and they were ready for it, and they got that cap in. That's tough.
They needed a faster rotation from Matt when they lost Voltage. It was clear where they were coming from, smokes, and then the kill on Voltage. Again, we're sitting here in the caster's booth. It's real easy to tell them what they should have done.
We can see everything going on.
And we will tell them what they should have done.
If he rotates though off that kill, and Aqua and Will still get killed the same as they did, that round ends with Raptors with 1 point, I think, because it would have been 3 versus Matt, and I don't think he's going to take down 3 of them all at once. Talented player, hard odds with that one. So
I seen him coming out of the basement there, and I was expecting him to rotate south. He went north.
Me too.
If he'd have went south, he'd have had a couple of them in the back.
Yeah, and he killed the only guy that could potentially kill him.
Yeah, the one guy that could have ended that round.
He
with
didn't
only
know
1
that.
point.
You know, that's the
of course he doesn't. Yeah,
He did try to flash it too.
When your initial point of the game is to take out the other team, I mean, that's all you're worried about. You're not worried about trying to get tactically killed.
It's a very common reaction to shoot when you see the enemy, but Matt Outdoors. If we would have saw a quicker rotation from him on one of them early kills, as you guys pointed out, things could have been a different story. Or if Messina would have took him down.
Or if Marksman messes up the code.
Yeah.
True. I mean, we were 1 second. It was only 1 second away. So
it's about a 6-second cap if my numbers are right.
I'll also think there is a little bit of a delay on our end, so it may have been 2-3 seconds off or whatever. But I think there is a little bit of a round difference in our time and theirs.
Go for it. Maintain
finding Matt first.
Right pick finding that first kill from behind white car in the northeast, and we were just on soldiers as he is making an aggressive defensive push through the far west around impact and making his way and watching that backside, ensuring nobody will come through the gas station west side area. Knowing where that spawn was, they called out the spawn in the far southeast, allowing soldiers to push this way, knowing that he is not going to be, pushed aggressively by the offense anytime before he gets to this position. And that comes down to time playing inside, this game and knowing the timings of the spawns. And it's super important to, use a player in the game to find out where the spawn is located. And that's, I believe, Rypick picked that out when he was at the white car. He saw that south spawn.
Real quick in a lull, I do want to go ahead and thank Jedi Joe 1304 and TT Mando 66 for the follows.
Absolutely. Do appreciate everybody here that is watching You do get channel points for the more, the more you watch, the more you chat. If you do follow, you gain extra channel points. And if you do subscribe as well, and the subscriptions and bits that you may or may not benefit us as the casters, as we do this out of the kindness of our hearts, hopefully giving you a wonderful show here. Voltage in a utility battle here with Distorted, throwing a flash out and allowing him to rotate around, but Laser's dead set on this other rotation. We're gonna see shots from Marksman not hitting as Voltage is making that quick cross there across the street. Wilson might be finding Distorted off the roof.
Yeah, he was in the way in the east.
Soldier still sitting very patiently here in the far west. It's like Will My P and Dr. Aquafighter are going to meet up in the middle. And Zucchini finding right pick.
Only downing. Behind that white car is going to be a pretty good spot for call-outs.
I got one.
Soldiers finding that pick on Dr. Aquafighter and looking for another, and does find Zucchini Zhang. Will My P hearing all these shots but not locating Soldiers in time as he is in the fuselage, and there is that pick and refrag from Will, bringing this to a 2v2.5. And will the res come out from Marksman? He's got a long way to cross of open, but right now Rypick is giving plenty of call outs from the visibility that he has.
Marksman, go. Just go. Marksman, go. Come on.
Rypick calling for the revive from Marksman as he does have visuals around him, knowing that he's not in any danger. Revive coming out, now bringing it to 3v2.
Just get up.
Will My P still taking her time coming through center burning as High Voltage is making his way in the north-northeast. He has two routes to take straight into the OBJ, or heading to the north wall. And the north wall is going to be a safer rotation, but you are going to get tunneled in. And if you are spotted, there is nowhere to go. Voltage communicating with Will My P, trying to figure out what the best approach is going to be here.
Yeah, I think in this position he has to wait for Will to get some kind of high ground, or even maybe just one pick, get some sort of eyes from the south towards the OBJ, just to allow some sort of teamwork, some kind of help, just something. But going in separately, I don't think is going to work out here.
Yeah, with only a minute left here and the two players very well spread apart across the map, it's going to have to be a timed push to cause some distraction. Hopefully one can get a pick and draw out the others as the other one gets a few more picks. But a 3v2, that revive showing to be very positive and prominent thing here that could end up winning this round for him. Marksman finding the shot with the SKS onto Voltage. And Will My P, last one up, 30 seconds left. She needs to get on the plane wing and try to pick off these people as she does make that approach up there. But 20 seconds left. It is going to be hard to find them all. And now her spot is located and she cannot jump down here without dying.
Will between a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah, she doesn't have time to rotate. And she's going to have to just look for picks as time is running out here. 4 seconds left.
Well, I'm fucked here. Goodbye.
Oh, and what a time to be in her POV as she does run out of time and takes the suicide route. There, Raptors going up 4-0 here on map number 2 and only 1 point away from the NA Finals and moving to the World Championship.
He believed she could fly. She could not.
We watched it earlier though. Raptors did go up 4-0 with four consecutive rounds, and then Dark Matter made a comeback.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for it here.
Dark Matter know how to play on the back of their heels, as we've seen.
It's tough though.
It is.
You go. What objectives do we have left? We have Burning. We have the other one in the west behind Burning. We have Hospital.
I would say I feel like there's
There's
a lot
so many.
more on.
Yeah, we have
on
tank,
14.
and then tank courtyard, and then the garage. Okay, there's a lot of
Garage,
objectives left.
hospital,
And-
you've got the western road out there in
Mm-hmm.
the middle of the HESCO boxes.
Yeah, we still have one
Yeah.
more round on this north objective, and Dark Matter's
Yeah.
going to have to hold the defense on this one.
Yeah, and if they go to all those other objectives, there's 3 of them that kind of have all the same attack. So if it gets that far, they basically playing the same round over and over again with just going slightly further for an objective.
Wow, Lambo. That was
Sorry.
an
That was good.
So
that's an aggressive yawn there.
yeah, it's getting a little late on the eastern side.
It
over
is
here.
getting a little late over here, isn't it?
Old Pawpaw is getting a little tired.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I hear you, man.
That's Pappy's bedtime.
Yeah, old Pappy Van Winkle over here. I need some shut eye. Yeah,
Well,
thankfully
we
we're,
could
getting my
be-
big butt off the screen.
We could be one round away from ending this here, as Raptors are up 4-0, and 1 point away from taking this match and map number 2 and heading to the World Finals next Saturday. And Dark Matter
Wow, are you serious, buddy?
back on their heels here, as they need to go 5-0 here on this map. And lots of lasers looking at White Car already, and luckily not spotting anybody,
I just my
as Zucchini and Voltage are going to take an aggressive defensive approach here and make their way into the impact building.
Yeah, it's gonna be all out from this moment on for Dark Matter. They got to make something happen, or they're out.
Soldiers finding the first kill onto Zucchini Yang as he does make his way through impact and, exposing himself on the far west side.
I go for impact, bottom floor.
And this kill from Zucchini could let the Raptors think and start, feeling a little more comfortable about impact. They killed one. They may not be expecting Voltage up here. And Soldiers with a great flash, and Voltage had to push on him as he did get flashed, and Soldiers getting another kill here. And he is going to make his way up the plane wing, and you need to get up there nice and early, as we saw Will try to do, a little bit late in the round. Now Soldiers has the most powerful position, I believe, for this objective, where he can look down constantly at all the spots. But when you're up here, you are also skylining a bit. Shots coming out.
North of uplink, on the uplink.
Aqua's trying to get call-outs. Going to see if Will or Matt Outdoors is going to be able to help much, but I don't know if Will and
Like right
Matt's going to be
above
trying to
the wall,
rotating
right above the
off of their position to even get eyes on that roof.
Yeah, and the best thing for Aqua to do now is just to stay tucked in and stay down so she does not get picked. But she still has to confirm that no one is on the uplink taking shots up there.
Two on the roof of impact.
And giving that call out is going to let the defense know that they do not, need to expose themselves to anywhere where the rooftop can find them. Right pick moving danger close into the angle of Aqua, but Matt Outdoors is there in somewhat of a meta spot on this dumpster. Will right pick pre-fire it, and he will. And what a great pick by right pick. And we're seeing some great play here by the Raptors, and showing why they are up 4-0 currently on this map, as they are choosing the right locations and pre-firing where they need to pre-fire. Aqua has been called out, and she knows she's there. Right pick finding that kill, and only down to one member of Dark Matter. Will Sell My P last up. And she's going to have to rotate quickly. As right pick is on the objective, but Soldiers finds that kill. And that is it, folks. Raptors 5-0 on map number 2, taking the victory and moving on to the World Finals next Saturday. And our current NA champions here. Congratulations to the Raptors. Hard-fought battle here on map number 2.
Yeah, and they everyone's leaving the lobby, so we can't see their scores now. But the Raptors did take 3 players completely out of this match. There were 3 players: Zucchini, Voltage, and Will and Matt were the only two that had kills. So Dr. Aqua, those three did not get a single kill this map.
Goodness.
They were thoroughly taken out of the game by the Raptors, and if you have three folks you're not getting production out of because the other team is just outplaying them for just outplaying them for lack of a better way to say it. It's hard to win these.
Yeah,
It really
especially
is.
against the Raptors. That's tough play by the Raptors. I mean, obviously we knew Dark Matter had a hill to climb when they got into this matchup, and nothing towards Dark Matter. I think a lot expected Raptors to come out on top, but I mean, it was up to Raptors whether or not they were going to do it like very obviously in convincing fashion, or if it was going to be a closer fight with Dark Matter. I mean, they put up a fight on map 1, able to come back after those 4 consecutive points, but I think there might have been a little bit of miscommunication, or maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know what happened in picking Q1, but obviously Raptors were ready for it. Raptors know their stuff on this map, and they really, really took care of, did their job, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
congrats to
I
Raptors,
think
congrats to Dark Matter. Everybody's winning money again, but
Yes. Everybody's going home a winner today, no matter what. I mean, you played a video game, you won money. I mean, what else could you ask for? Like we've mentioned many times, everybody is competitive. Everybody wants to win first place. Sometimes, things happen in game. It's a mental struggle. This was the very long first season, as it was 21 weeks of the regular season, not counting the last 3 to 4 weeks of the postseason. So we've been doing this for 6 months almost. It's been a long road.
It only been 6 months. I could have swore that I left the signing of the Declaration of Independence and then started season 1.
It felt like it, right? It felt like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
good
for sure.
A great first season, though, and I can speak as an official in saying that, a year ago, at this point, we were kind of just a thought. Here we are wrapping out our first season with our NA champion Raptors and fixing to head into an amazing opportunity with a new league with Vale, with all-time esports winnings. So keep your eyes on us. We're definitely doing stuff.
Yeah, and let's recap again on what's going on this summer. Not to take away what happened here today, but this summer, IVRL is partnering up with Vale, a brand new VR esports game coming out in a beta format. They are releasing a tournament this summer, and it is from the August to September timeframe. And IVRL has partnered up with Vale, and we are going to be hosting that tournament. And they are looking at $35,000 in cash and prizes minimum. They are hoping to get higher than that depending on the teams that do get involved, and a LAN event for the finals in Miami in the September timeframe. So lots to come, lots of great stuff happening here for the IVRL, and we can't be more proud of the officials and the board members and what they've done for the community and the VR esports to make this stuff happen. So appreciate that. IVRL is going to be ramping up on staff as we do approach into another game, now Onward and then Vale. So if you're interested in being a community babysitter like myself, or a caster, or a official, or a referee, or a strategic director, please just jump into our Discord there in the IVRL Discord. Create a ticket, talk to us, let us know what you're feeling, what you may want to do, suggestions that you have. How are you liking the cast? Do you want Lambo to wear pants or no pants? It just depends.
I think we're talking about, isn't that going to be something to do with channel points for
I think
Lampy,
so,
since his gorgeous face reveal?
Oh my gosh.
Come on, bro.
I don't know about that. But there is biddies out there that you can spend on the cast to keep us happy here and support the casters.
Some biddies.
Bits.
There's so many jokes I
I
can't.
know. I was waiting for it, bro.
And we're so proud
God,
of
we got
Jazzy
here.
holding his tongue, as I know he's been wanting to chime in on a few of these. But no, let's before we end things out, let's jump into that Vale promo one more time, as we were talking about it, and super excited about what's going to happen here. ride. You saw it, folks, there, and that is what's going to happen here. $35,000 minimum in cash and prizes, along with that land in Miami. Veil coming to you. It is in a beta format, so you cannot get on Steam and purchase it just yet. There is a waiting list, but join the Veil Discord and find yourself there giving away keys and ways to get into the game. But sooner or later, that game will release this summer, so more to come on that. Stay tuned. But again, congratulations to the Raptors as they do take the NA Final Championship against Dark Matter here tonight in a 2-map fashion. 5-3, 5-0, 10-3 total points. Jazzy, Lambo, any last words for the community?
Thanks for watching, everybody. Tons of viewers in this, and thank you for playing Raptors. Thank you for playing Dark Matter. Good job getting here. Raptors, we'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, and while this may be the end of season 1 and we're talking a lot about Veil, we're far from done with Onward. So if you're a new viewer and you want to make a team, or you want to get involved, join the Discord. Season 2 will be starting up before you know it. And we welcome anyone and everyone to compete to win some of our money.
And Gridiron is recruiting. Remember that.
Lambo does have a team, Gridiron. You can find them on Discord. And they are recruiting players. And again,
We'll be ready
it
for
is
season 2.
Yep. And we want to say, to end things off, happy Mother's Day out there to all the mothers who either are fans of ours or watching their kids playing. There's mothers
Fans
out
of
there.
Lamp, huh? That's what we were talking about the other day.
And on that note, again, thank you all for being here. I am Lampy28, your main caster for tonight. Thank you, Lambowski, for the wonderful co-cast. And Jazzy in the background as our analyst and covering all the fun stuff that happens in the background as well. Thank you again, guys. Have a good night to everybody, and God bless you.
Deuces.